everybody still jokes a little bit about Disney because he got his head frozen.
Just the head.
Yeah, I don't think technology wasn't there for the whole body yet.
We didn't have big enough freezers.
You could just make a new body.
I guess so. And eventually he'll be right. And they knew.
But now apparently you can get Disney-fied.
It's more real?
It is more real. The idea of being frozen when you die has gained a lot of steam among the rich people in the recent years.
Yeah.
But who wants to live forever if you wake up dirt poor? They just did a big article, Bloomberg did, how financial planners are now trying to figure out how to preserve your fortune as your body. You've frozen your body. Now we got to make sure that when technology gets there and I can be unfrozen,
That we'll still have money.
that we'll still have money. You can't leave yourself money when you die. So you can't do that. You can't say, well, I want to give my money to myself.
my money to me.
Yes.
Right.
Please bury it with me.
But you're not dead, right, if you're being frozen.
Right.
Officially. Are you?
I think you're still dead.
You do it after you die, or do you do it before you die? You have to freeze yourself alive?
No, I think you're dead.
Okay, so we're freezing ourselves dead, hoping to revive us later. Is that the idea?
I think so.
I don't know. I was just wondering. I'm not real sure. This is not something I've debated yet.
Most states have limits on how long trust funds can last. Most states are around 100 years. Florida has the longest one because they probably got more older
Have the most
people
old
that want
people.
to freeze themselves.
There's no question. You've been in Florida.
1,000 years.
1,000 years. A lot of you have been in Florida. There's a lot of old folks down there.
So now those planners are figuring out how to create something called a revival trust.
Okay.
One estate lawyer said he's working on with 100 clients who want to be frozen.
Wow.
But their first worry thing was, will we have enough money in the thawing out process when we wake up? In other words, will we still be waking up rich?
Yeah.
Or are we going to be poor?
Because what's it worth it if we're gonna wake up poor, then we'd rather be dead.
Yes, that's really what they're saying.
That is, yes. Okay, so he's working with it, and they're figuring this out. We're making this as a real thing.
Because waking up rich is very ideal.
Of course it is. Some of them did it the first time. They were born that way or whatever.
It really gets complicated when you parse out the different ways that you could be revived, I guess. Like, are you the same person if they thaw out your brain? What if they just upload your consciousness to a computer and then transfer you? And do clones count?
Can my clone get my money?
Because they can clone you.
I don't. This is a pretty big.
Or, whatever robot body AI version of you, and they just
that my mind is uploaded into.
Yeah, and they just plug you into a robot.
So if they can, like in 2,000 years, I get frozen and they unthaw me. Let's say today, you think I'm still thinking like in my current state of mind as a 30-something man or whatever. If I'm frozen at 90, I'm going to think like a 90-year-old man. I'm just uploaded into a robot 2,000 years later.
all your knowledge and your experiences will be there. So it'll be like now you can be new again and be 20, but with all your 90-year-old
But you just
knowledge.
hate kids and you just want them to get off your lawn and stuff like that. You want to have dinner at 4?
Yeah.
Okay. Watch your game shows.
They talked to a 76-year-old guy in Michigan who's trying to plan the life after death.
Okay.
Apparently, he's putting $100,000 in a revival trust. The rest is going to go to his daughter and a foundation that he set up.
Well, that's nice. He's got that going on for him. So $100,000. That's it?
Yeah.
You think $100,000 is going to be good whenever he gets thawed out?
No.
$100,000. It's like
especially if it's 1,000 years.
Yeah, if you're thawed out 1,000 years from now, what's $100,000 going to buy?
And I still think this whole is a bad idea.
Why?
Now, you could come back and rule the world.
Maybe.
We've seen this.
We have?
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
Idiocracy.
Idiocracy. Yeah, you could be the smartest man that ever lived.
When I think you would be in 1,000 years, and you would ultimately then be rich again because you're going to be the smartest person in the world.
It's true. It does feel as if we are getting dumber and dumber. I know that there's a lot of science and technology, but I think somehow that stuff is also making us dumber.
And if you haven't, we've been preaching this for a long time. Idiocracy is a documentary
And it's
of the future.
yeah.
And because there's things that they talked about that weren't in existence, and they are now.
Oh yeah, they're here.
It's
already.
crazy. If you go rewatch it, if you haven't watched it,
That thing was set like couple hundred years in the future, 1,000, whatever it was, 500 years.
Yeah.
I don't remember. But yeah, in 20 years since it's been made, it's already coming true.
Yeah.
You're right. You could wake up and be the smartest man who ever lived.
so $100,000, you could turn that into billions quickly.
Yeah.
If Idiocracy plays true.
It's a good point. There you go. You got to be rich to start.
You need a little
What do you
money.
think the freezing process is going to cost me?
You want a good freezer.
Yeah, you don't want
You don't want to go to the knockoff
Yeah.
freezer company.
Yeah, you don't want
You want quality being frozen
Yeah.
backup.
I think that's a good point. So save up your money then. You probably don't really have to have that much now that we're talking about this out loud. As long as you get unfrozen, there's a good chance that you could be king of the dummies.
Got to push the buttons.
Yeah, that helps a lot. Are we talking opposites?
I don't know.
I don't know what they are, so you have to
that
decide.
Was only one.
Right.
That was the only one I had.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. I thought you had a whole laundry list.
No. Well, I mean, I could say a couple. What's the opposite of up?
Yeah. Yeah. That one's actually, I mean.
But ice.
Ice?
No. Water.
Uh-huh.
Some people said ice.
Oh, okay.
But
to me, that's just water. Just changed its state.
Right.
Just Camaro, guys. The PowerPoint. I didn't even open the mowing incorrectly.
What was that at? I saw that earlier. Let's see, you just don't mow. And see, is that incorrect if you're not doing it?
I think it's.
Oh, folding laundry. Oh, we can talk about this.
Think so?
Oh yeah. I forget what I was told. That's not how you fold towels.
Towels is one of the big ones.
You do not fold towels correctly.
Mm-hmm.
You are a horrible person, and how dare you not know how to fold towels?
I think this.
Like it was the worst possible thing I could have ever done.
Uh-huh.
How dare you?
I mean,
and to be honest with you, even when I did it basically the same way, at least that's what I thought, I still did it wrong.
I was taught specifically how to do most of these things by the way my mother wanted them done. You know what I mean? Or a lot of them. Because she wanted the dishwasher loaded a specific way. So, probably the way I still do it, to be honest with you.
I like that's how I load a dishwasher a certain way, and it's weird when people load it different than I do.
Mm-hmm.
I want to that it kicks in where it's like,
it's wrong.
It's wrong. One must move everything.
Mm-hmm. So I make the kids do it sometimes. And I kind of rearrange it sometimes. But just so you can actually fit some things in there, you know? Because Brian is just like, but she's 6.
Yeah.
She's putting it in there. It's good. Good start. It's kind of all over the place. It's like, here. All right. Whatever. I don't complain.
It's full.
She put it in there. Yeah, right. It's full. It's like, no, her. Sliding those cups up. Now look, 3/4 of it, not full.
Oh.
But, I'm not going to complain too much.
Hope your day has started good, Anna.
The Outlaws are about done for the year, huh?
1st of August.
1st of August.
In the age of social media hacks and tricks,
Mm-hmm.
it's easier than ever to learn. Well, you've been doing something wrong your entire life.
That's true. Yeah.
It's just wonderful.
Yeah, I love that. Some TikTok telling me, oh, you've done this wrong forever. Cool.
Apparently, 40% of adults say they have witnessed their own parents making mistakes while cleaning and doing other chores.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
About half have tried to correct them.
Tried to correct their parents on how to clean.
Hey, that's not how you do that.
Oh.
On TikTok.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I've learned a better way than you know.
Sometimes it might be right.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Overall, they ask people what cleaning tasks they have been told they are doing wrong.
Okay.
Number one answer, folding laundry.
Okay.
I think a lot of people put their own spin on that.
Sure.
I can relate to this.
Okay.
In a relationship at one time,
Mm-hmm.
that I remember I was folding towels.
Uh-huh.
I got a look as if I was skinning a baby dog.
That sounds
Like a
terrible.
puppy.
Yeah. Right.
It was the most god-awful look. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm folding the towels.
Uh-huh.
I'm doing laundry.
Look, I'm helping.
I'm helping.
Mhm.
I'm doing laundry.
Mm-hmm. That wasn't good, though.
No, I was told I was doing it wrong,
Mm-hmm.
and they were like almost laughing, going, "That's how you fold towels. That is not how you fold
It
towels.
was so bad.
That is not how
Mhm.
you. Oh my gosh, give that here.
Okay.
This is how you fold towels. Like
What was the specific way? Thirds. They like them folded in thirds.
you take the end and the end,
Uh-huh.
and you put it here, but you put it a little bit on the inside
Oh.
of the other, and then you do that, and then as you fold that way, there's not a little bit of the inside poking out on the outside.
Oh, my God. I can see why this didn't last.
And I was like,
I don't think I could stay there for that either.
I was like, oh.
Yeah. All right.
So, needless to say, yeah,
Is anybody inspecting our folded towels?
it was. Oh yes, it was a big deal. The folding the towels.
Huh. Okay.
They might be listening.
Wow.
I will laugh about.
Uh,
Mopping and sweeping is number 2. I couldn't do that right either.
Mop or sweep.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could screw that up if you're really terrible. I don't know.
Doing laundry, number 3. I think that goes into the folding laundry as well.
No.
I think that's one and the same.
The operation of the machines is a whole different process, I suppose. I don't know.
Loading the dishwasher. I can see that. Dishwasher seems like a very specific thing
Mhm.
that is unique to you. Because I have seen people load dishwashers, and it feels like everybody does it different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so too. I load my mom was specific on that, so I probably still load it the way she wanted it done, basically.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that's not a hill I'm going to die on. I don't care how it's loaded.
Right.
It doesn't really matter to me. If it gets in there and it washes them, isn't that the goal?
Yeah.
However it gets in there.
Dishes by hand is the next one.
Okay.
Well, you're doing it wrong.
Okay.
I don't.
Soapy water, rinse, done.
Right.
How can you do that wrong?
I guess you can. Gardening and yard work.
Okay.
Next, mowing lawn. I think those are kind of one and the same. Too.
Seem like it. Yeah.
So you're mowing the lawn wrong.
I mean, if somebody's going to offer to mow I'm not going to critique how they mow my yard if they're doing it for me. I
Right.
don't think.
If you don't mow it, is that wrong?
Just not
I'm
doing it at all.
wrong. I guess I am doing it wrong.
I think you are doing it
Not-
wrong by never
not-
starting the lawnmower. Yeah. First step, start the lawnmower.
You've got it wrong already. Cleaning the toilet. We had somebody post about the toilet. That's a big one. Cleaning the toilet.
Okay.
You're doing it wrong. I don't know even how you're doing that wrong.
I don't either.
You clean it.
Are you getting the stuff off of it?
Yeah.
Who's over somebody's shoulder while they clean the toilet? You're
Same
doing
person.
that all
Same
wrong.
person that was telling me I couldn't fold towels.
I guess.
Clean the furniture and dusting.
I mean, just knock that dust off the thing and it's good then, right?
I never understood dusting.
What, you don't?
No, because you dust it and then the dust just flies up in the air and then re-lands back down where you dusted.
It helps a lot
Right?
if you'll get one of those things that actually the dust kind of sticks to it.
They don't stick. It doesn't stick.
It does okay when it's brand new, you know.
It doesn't stick.
No,
That's
the old
falsehood.
feather ones or something where you just swipe it around. Yeah, then it just goes everywhere.
Right, and it just lands back where you dusted.
So you say never dust.
Never dust, never mow.
Chris is really what I've learned here is you can't do them wrong if you just don't do them.
True. And that's why I just quit folding towels, because apparently I couldn't do it right. So it's like, all right, fine.
Now I just have a clean towel basket.
Look at here. The towels aren't wadded up in a ball in a basket, all right? I'm trying to fold them to put them away. If I'm doing that, you should give me a little credit.
I agree.
I guess that's the question. What did he do wrong? So he cleaned the toilet. Did he get it clean or did he not get it clean?
Well, it sounds to me.
If you didn't get it clean, okay. Towels are a big thing. Apparently so. I didn't realize how big of a thing it was.
I think it sounds like he insists that they're that clean. The husband wants the toilets that clean.
He wants them.
All before pooing on them. She's not wrong.
I see. I get it.
Yeah. I think.
Yeah, I could see the farm thing because he is one of them.
Why are you doing it like that?
Bobby gets it. I was still on the I've done it wrong. I'm doing it wrong.
Yeah, it's,
Because you can't have a piece of that towel sticking out at all. It has to be hidden. And part of me is like, who's over here looking at our towels?
Nobody cares.
In the thing going, oh.
Nobody cares, right?
That's a little sticking out too much.
Yeah. Nobody cares. I had a manager back when I was young and I worked at a store And one of my favorite managers, I was basically like a grunt at this place. I loaded stuff, some bigger things, but then you did a lot of the manual things. And he would often give us a task and then say, here, this is what I want you, maybe one other boy to do. Do this. I don't want to see the baby made. I just want to see the baby. And just leave you alone. As if to say, I don't really care how you do this. Just get it done.
As long as it's done.
Uh-huh. And I loved that. It was like, cool. There are other people that don't manage that way, or, and maybe he didn't do that to everybody. I don't know. Maybe it was just like, I trust you guys will take care of it. I don't want to see the baby made. I just want to see the baby. Okay. Then look the other way. I'm about to do something that you would write me up for.
Yeah.
For 30 minutes, we're going to race on the pallet jacks, and then we will do that.
Because we have to warm them up first.
That's right.
We must warm them up.
You can get some good pallet jack races going. Those are fun. I couldn't skateboard, but I could ride a pallet jack.
So did we talk about Alf?
Oh, the Alf kid.
Talk about the Horizon movie?
Maybe that. Maybe that, just because it's the...
Well, both of them, I was thinking maybe the heat. Hey, it's going to get super hot this weekend.
True.
And next week, they're talking close to 100. Just keep in mind, don't pass out and fall asleep in your car.
That's bad, man.
Don't drink too much. End up...
At the very least, you're going to be sunburned bad or something. Yeah, not in the car. Whew, that's what got him. But still, that's terrible. I guess it could be a good heat warning if that's where we want to go.
Horizon's in the news a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I actually want to watch it. But I don't want to watch it if... I'm not, like, dying to watch it, but I do want to watch it. I watched If it debuted. I watched it last night.
Where was it?
If.
Yeah. What?
Paramount Plus. It just debuted last night.
Okay.
It's...
The kids saw it and they said the same thing.
Yeah, it's all right.
That was
There's one point, though, that it's like, holy shit, that's sad.
Yeah. Most of those kid movies have that.
It didn't get as sad as it could have.
Right.
I don't think. Because there's part of me that I think there was clues about, like, who's imaginary, who's not, who's imaginary friend, and because there's one thing that keeps recurring that I feel like he's been two people's imaginary friend.
Oh.
I think.
Oh.
I feel anyway.
Okay. Gotcha. See, they didn't really mention sad.
Or you don't see that person, but that's his, and he still sees his imaginary friend.
Mm-hmm.
There's a few little things like that happen that are, or was he his imaginary friend?
Oh.
And I don't know. It's a weird.
Okay. They never mentioned sad. The kids didn't.
There's one point that
Now
could have gotten really, really sad.
they rewatched Sent More Stars. Honestly, I'm not logged in, so
What?
I haven't seen them. Anna, are you seeing
Unfortunately,
Stars
on
today?
this, if we're not logged into our Facebook, we can't. We can see them normally if they're on the. If we open up the Facebook.
But while we're streaming this, most of the time we're kind of doing that with it. So
we can see where it's coming from everywhere.
What I started to say was they rewatched the Imaginary Friend thing. They rewatched Inside Out. And Bing Bong, the imaginary friend, there's, like he fades away to save the main character or whatever. We watched it again they just bawled and bawled and bawled. They do it every time. I think they cry because Bing Bong sacrifices himself for the greater good. So many tears shed over somebody named Bing Bong.
All of them typically do have.
They just most of them have a lot of times it's parents. That movie specific, I guess the parents are in it. Parents don't die in that one, but a lot of times it's the parents. Disney kills off parents.
Oh, a lot. That's where I think a lot of the stories are built off of.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, generally speaking.
Or at least one parent.
Yep.
See, I haven't seen Imaginary. I watched that If.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's okay, but it wasn't as good as you think it could have been.
Yep. That's what it sounded like. It was all right. If it's on Paramount Plus, I guess I can watch it if the kids want to watch it again.
If was definitely one of them. Oh, it's on one of the streaming things I've got? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Movie theater? No.
That's the same. Yeah.
It's a good movie for, to be honest with it's not a Disney Plus thing, but it reminds me of,
yeah.
Well, this is a Disney Plus movie.
Yeah.
It's a Paramount Plus movie.
And Anna, he was saying it's all right. And my kids agree with Chris on this. It's because my sister and her husband took them. So I didn't watch that one. I was hoping it'd be good.
Well, I don't like hearing this because I was kind of interested in the movie. Part 2, Kevin Costner's Horizon, the American Saga, has been pulled from its release date.
Oh, no.
Because the first one is bombed so far.
Okay.
It was supposed to hit theaters, the second one, August 16th.
Right.
Now it's off indefinitely. They did not even release a new release date.
Ouch.
The plan is still to release it in theaters, but Kevin and the other producers are trying to give the first movie a little time to catch on with audiences.
Okay.
And it could be because of certain movies.
There have been some big ones released while it's been out.
It hits streaming platforms next week, which means you can buy it or rent it starting next week. Unfortunately, I think maybe what hurt it as well is the fact that everybody knew the part 2 was coming out so soon. And a lot of people go, well, I'll just watch the first one to see if I like it once it hits the streaming stuff or it's cheaper, or I can just do it at home more conveniently on my time. And then if that's good, then I'll go to the theater to watch the second one.
That's the funny thing. I think we do that with a lot of stuff. It has to have major interest for a lot of people to go. And then otherwise, that's the thought is, well, I'll watch it when it starts streaming somewhere.
And it only really, it's kind of weird to say this. It was only $100 million to make the first one. Because $100 million to make a movie now doesn't seem, especially a big epic type movie.
True.
It doesn't seem that. There's some of them out there that are like 300 million.
Yeah.
400 million.
Yeah.
38 million of Costner's own money went into making this movie.
Yeah.
And it's only made $22 million the first week and a half. And the crazy thing is, they know it's not going to get any better.
Oh, yeah.
Because if you're going to streaming after a week and a half,
mm-hmm.
basically 2.5 weeks,
mm-hmm.
you're going to streaming.
Yep.
Doesn't sound good for the movie.
You know what still...
Which makes me now almost wonder if I want to sit through 3 hours. Because maybe it's just not good.
Maybe not. You think the word would get out if it was awesome. And you know what? I like a lot of the Costner Western type stuff, generally speaking. I've liked it. But recent years and movie goers, things are weird. It's not what it once was. Kids' movies still kill it. And, Inside Out 2 was in theaters up to that point. And then Despicable Me just came out last week, a week or two after the Costner movie release. So it's kind of sandwiched in between there. There weren't a lot of other big releases when it was released. I think the Quiet Place thing that you said looks awesome.
Yeah.
It was around the same time. I don't know. You would have thought it didn't have tons of competition, which leads me to believe I haven't heard anybody that went and seen it yet. Nobody say, hey, this is good or it's bad. I don't know a soul that's went. Of course, doesn't sound like a lot of folks have.
Yeah, and that's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So now I'm leery of watching it because they say it's still going to be released, but now what if it doesn't?
You don't want to sink 3 hours into a cliffhanger?
Right.
Yeah. With no resolution in the horizon?
You got to put it. I got to be able to see the second one before I'm going to commit to the first one.
Horizon might have been the appropriate name. You'll be able to see it. You'll never get there.
Yep. It'll always be on the horizon.
Exactly.
All right. Here's Rich Glitter.
This is not headline news. Today is National State Fair Food Day. And totally by coincidence, it's also National Clogged Artery Awareness Day. Lena Dunham canceled her latest movie. Lena Dunham is at the point in her career where even Lena Dunham doesn't want to watch Lena Dunham. Whoopi Goldberg has written a comic book about a woman who gets superpowers from menopause. It's called Has Lots of Cats Woman. And Target is going to stop accepting checks. So tough news for senior citizens who will have to find a new way to turn a checkout line into an eternal hellscape. This is not headline news.
Also, Anna, we were saying if, not it. So I think you may be thinking of two different things. She said, I love horror movies. The trailer made it look good. If was about imaginary friends, which could be scary, maybe. But I don't think it was really made to be a horror movie. Or there may be a horror movie called If, too. I don't know. I kind of want to know what this new Twisters is going to be like.
Yeah. It'll be big.
And then you get the Deadpool thing at the end of the month.
That hits. I'll be surprised if that doesn't, unless it comes out and gets critically slammed or something.
I think a lot of people will still probably. I bet it'll make a ton.
It'll still do well, unless it'll still do well right at the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it gets if it actually turns into be going, oh no, it's actually really good.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see that thing make a ton of money because they've kind of done the old school, bring it back to more traditional.
Yeah,
Wolverine and Deadpool and.
Mm-hmm. I went to this movie release site that I check out sometimes. And now that I'm into August, The New Horizon one is struck out. Well, there's just a line through it from what we were just talking about. The second Horizon.
Like, nope, sorry.
Line through it. They didn't delete it. It's funny. They just put a line through it.
That's not good. It's not a good thing. Oh, I didn't really hear him say that. I thought he said something else at the end. Oklahoma State coach
Mm-hmm.
on drinking a couple beers and driving.
Mm-hmm. He said he's done it hundreds of times, right?
I've done that thousands of times.
Oh, thousands of times. Yeah. Yeah, you didn't hear him say that.
I thought he just said, like, we've all done it. I guess I didn't.
No, he said, I've probably done that 1,000 times. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe that was a little too much.
And I believe him.
Yeah.
If you see and hear Mike Gundy, I believe him.
Yep.
But good on him for saying, well, I can't be a hypocrite here. Maybe not the example they want you setting.
There's that. Somebody put, I'm leaving for Italy Friday.
Mm-hmm.
What was the first stamp you had?
I don't even own a passport.
I was gonna say
I've never been out of this country.
never.
I
did step foot in Canada, but it was just they let me.
Yeah.
Because it was pre-COVID and they were a little more generous.
I know my uncle said he'd done that with Mexico when he was a kid. My grandpa was a truck driver, and both grandpas. Anyway, he went on a trip with his dad. Wherever they delivered was right on the border. They could see the crossing. So he's like, I want to go over there. I guess my grandpa was like, well, going over there while I unload or whatever. And he said, I walked over there, and there's like the guy in a booth or whatever. Like, what do you want, kid? He's like, I just want to go to Mexico. Say I went to. He was like, all right, go. He said, walked across. Like, okay, and walked back. Like, all right, I've been in Mexico. That was. He's like, I've been like 6 feet into Mexico.
Yeah, that's me. I've been a couple feet into Canada.
Yeah, I don't think they allow that stuff anymore.
No, they don't.
I don't think that's a thing. Where were you? Were you like Minnesota or something? Detroit. Oh, Detroit.
Now I'd be afraid they go, sure. And then you'd step over there, and then you'd start to go back, and they go, oh, hold on a second.
Wait a minute. Where's your papers? You're arrested.
Yeah. It's like, damn.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ooh, did you see this? I saw this the other day. A bunch of eels spilled out onto the tarmac at a Vancouver airport on Sunday.
Weird.
While a box they were in was being unloaded from a plane, officials said live eels were collected and repackaged safely.
Okay. For restaurants or something that serve eel? Is that?
Yes.
That'd be my guess too.
But apparently, and then it busted, and then they started going everywhere.
This is how they deal with your baggage, even if it's live. Oh yeah, there they are, coming down that belt.
And then
No, there's the busted open box. Oh, there slides another one. Look at all the guys standing around like, I don't want to touch that. And I don't blame them.
Why was your plane delayed?
Yeah. That's why you fly. You better just, you never know.
Somebody bring donuts?
Sounds that way.
Because it said, who else brought donuts?
Maybe we have more than one box of donuts. We have boxes of donuts?
We have boxes of donuts?
Oh, I can't wait. There better be donuts left when we get out of the studio.
And I hope you have an awesome day.
Yeah. Have a great one.
Awesome. Stay cool. It's going to get hot today. Not as hot as this weekend. So 93 today. 95 Friday, 97 on Saturday, 98 on Sunday, 101 on Monday.
Gonna get warm.
So, take care. Thanks for joining.